Hello, everyone, and welcome back to NFL Playoff Pick'em. I'm Jake Biggie Mills, and I'm joined by always with EJ Samuel. How we doing today?
Doing good. Don't worry, Jake. I have a tea. We're
Yeah.
good. We're ready to go.
Let's go. Let's go. All right, so yeah, this is our we're here. We're at the Super Bowl. And guess what? Go Birds. They did it. Dude, we're gonna look through these picks. Remember what you said about me? If they win, I'll look like a genius?
You do look like a genius.
Dude, three scores you beat
Jake,
in a NFC championship game? That is just they're back. Like they looked like they should have the whole time. That is the Philadelphia Eagles. That's what I've been saying this whole time. Like the experience obviously took over, and that's the team that we should have seen, that we didn't see the first two games. That was the team that went through this whole regular season up until we lost to the Commanders in the regular season. That is
mhm.
the team that we saw the whole regular season when they went on that 10-0 run. That is the team we saw. And they're back. And, there's a big one coming up. This episode's going to premiere the Friday before the Super Bowl on Sunday. But, big one. But wow, that is the team that we know. That is the Eagles I know and every Philadelphia fan knows. But, yeah.
Jake's genius is showing, folks.
Yep.
Where? You're supposed to say where. Jake, your genius is showing. Where?
Hey,
Mhm.
where? I didn't
From
get that. I didn't
SpongeBob.
catch on to it. Yeah, I
It's
know. I
SpongeBob. Oh my God.
I realized
You
that after the
sold
fact.
right there. You absolutely sold like the Commanders did right there.
Yeah, true.
And
Yeah,
they did
because
sell,
oh,
which
and
we'll talk about.
yes, they sold for everyone here. I mean, besides me and Jake Jones, EJ, you picked the Commanders, Zach picked the Commanders, Isaiah picked the Commanders. Me and Jake were the ones who believed in Philly, and you know what? It was a good belief. But enough about that game. Let's talk about Kansas City and Buffalo. Oh my God, dude, you got to feel for Josh Allen. Oh my God, I
He's
feel so.
just you see his press conferences? He's just numb at this point.
I know it literally like if there was a I saw some on TikTok. It was like a compilation of every single year, and the first year's like we'll be back. It hurts, and then the one on from
I don't
Sunday,
know,
he
man.
wouldn't even talk. He had no words.
Losing sucks.
Yeah, but
Losing sucks. That's just it.
yeah,
Losing sucks.
especially
And
the
you're gonna
same.
do it again next year.
Unfortunately, it's sad to see.
Unfortunately.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Of
you're the only one that picked the Chiefs. Actually,
course I did.
you're the only one that picked them, and you're the only one that got that right. So now we have a bunch of ties. So your brother, unfortunately, is going to finish last. He has a 5-7 record,
Oh
and
my
we'll
goodness.
get his Super Bowl pick. He didn't send it in yet. It's going to be on the screen here.
You're not feeling too good right now,
Ooh,
folks.
oh, on the screen. Ooh.
Ooh.
Post editing.
There we go.
Yeah, but yeah, and then we'll get his total points in there. He'll be on the screen because he's doing it anyway, even though it wouldn't matter for him. But yeah, we have a tie for first and a tie for second. How
Mm.
about that? So our first place ties between you and Jake Jones. You guys are both at 8-4. And his pick is the Eagles over the Chiefs, 31-24. So that's a total of 55 points. And then me and Zach are tied for second at a 7-5 record. And I'm gonna get into that. I almost said mine. Oh my God. Zach picked the Eagles over the Chiefs 33-27, which totals out to 60 points. So, you know, it's a close race here. It's a close race. And
It is a close race.
yeah, so
Am I gonna go? Am I gonna three? Wait, did I win? I don't think I won last
I don't
year.
think you did. I don't
I
remember.
think I was a runner up last year,
Yeah,
though.
you were second. I think Zach won
I was,
last year.
I was gonna say there ain't no way I'm gonna three-peat right now.
Yeah, no, and
I'll
you
be
know
a
who?
two-time champion if I win, though.
Yeah, you won the first season.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, you did. All right.
We're coming back.
So let's see here with our picks. Let's get into it now. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
No, I want you to go first.
Ooh, and I'm excited to talk about it
Talk
uh,
about it, my friend.
because
Talk about
man,
it.
how about them Eagles? How about them Eagles, huh? That was just I was actually, believe it or not, I was watching that game in and out of New York City. I went to a New York Rangers game on Sunday. Finally got to see a game at Madison Square Garden. Fantastic venue. Rangers fans are awesome, even though I hate the Rangers. Fantastic fans. Show up. They're loud. It's awesome. It's my fourth NHL arena and 97 stadium overall. Only got three more until I'm at 100. Pretty crazy. But that's a topic for a different video. Let's talk about the Eagles. They look good. Now, here's the thing. The Eagles and Chiefs, they didn't play in the regular season. They have in years prior. But this rematch is what, a lot of people didn't want to see this matchup, and I understand you don't want to see Kansas City in it again. And the Eagles, they were in it 2 years ago. You want to see the Washington Commanders, Washington football team, the former name before that. Like, this franchise has been through hell and back. They really
Say
have.
it.
The
Say
Redskins.
that
Yes.
name.
Yes.
Thank
Oh,
you.
there goes my light. Oops.
You're Heisenberg.
But yeah, so that franchise since the 90s has gone through hell and back. And for them to even make the NFC Championship game and Jaden Daniels' rookie year in the first year without that incompetent owner of Dan Snyder and Dan Quinn as the head coach, I mean, like, come on. That's amazing. And Buffalo, you want them to get in there because you want to see Josh Allen, and, they always lose and all that. You wanted to see that. But as an Eagles fan, I love this, and I'm sure every Eagles fan loves this. People wanted Eagles Bills more than anything, I think personally, but we got the Chiefs. Mahomes got his way through that game because I hate to admit it, he's a winner. He is. He finds a way to squeak it out, and that's where my pick's gonna come in.
Mm.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Listen, I know that's what I'm getting to. Wait, that's what I'm
Mm.
getting to. Hang on. Listen, he finds a way to win, whether it be the ref's help or him himself. There's been some times where it was a fair game where he found a way to win, but a lot of the times there's some things that I don't know. It seems like they cater to him a little bit. We all been saying that it's been a hot
Um,
topic, you know.
finds a way to win.
Right? Yeah,
Oh, there were a couple of times. Jake, no, there weren't.
yeah, right. I know what
No,
you're
there
saying.
weren't.
Yeah, but again, we're gonna look at this game. People are gonna say, "Oh, Kansas City, they always win. Oh, the NFL's got something up their sleeve. All this, that." Yeah, you can say all you want, but look at how, and even throughout the playoffs too. Like, obviously, you don't want to base the regular season off of this now, but you could see the way the Chiefs have gone through the season. Look at some of their final scores against teams that they, for how good they are, they should be
Mm.
winning by two scores. Like, look at some of those scores, man. They've squeaked it out every single week. Even in the playoffs. They struggled in the playoffs. I mean, obviously the Buffalo game, we knew that was going to be a good one, but with Houston, like, no offense, Houston played well, obviously, but you're the Kansas City Chiefs. You're this, powerhouse, all this stuff. You should have no problem playing the Houston Texans in a divisional round
Without
game.
getting help. You
Yes,
shouldn't need help to
right.
beat them.
That's what I'm saying. And, I just think, and it's not me being biased because a lot of other people agree with me, and some people will say the Chiefs because it's the way the NFL is. But I'm taking the Eagles because, and it's going to be fantastic. I'm going to shed a tear because, and I will pull this video up. I'm actually going to put it on the screen here. EJ, you'll see it when this premieres, or I'll show you at some point. Let's roll this clip really fast.
Whoosh.
I got to give my opinion on this and talk about this. The Eagles just picked Jalen Hurts, quarterback, Oklahoma. Honestly, people are going a little too crazy over this. This is a decent pick. It's not great. Howie Roseman still not getting it together. But honestly, I don't see. It's not a terrible pick because if you really think about it, and you're not being biased, like if you're not being a biased fan here and you're really thinking about it, Carson Wentz does get hurt a lot. You got to think about that. He's gotten hurt the last he's gotten hurt the last 3 seasons. And we don't have anybody to back him up, really. I think picking him would be a smarter choice than going with Jalen Hurts and thinking about the quarterback situation right now because we have Wentz. But the situation, the gravity of the situation for the wide receivers is worse right now compared to our quarterback situation. So honestly, not a smart pick, but not a terrible one either.
So yeah, all you people that say I'm not a real Eagles fan or want to say that when I'm crying after the Super Bowl win, when I see this man finally get a ring and I see Saquon Barkley have the greatest running back season of all time, you'll see why. I've always believed in Jalen Hurts. I never doubted him for a minute. I've obviously been pissed off at him at times, but when I keep that video up, I deleted a lot of my old videos where I just did random stuff because I tried to keep the channel at a niche, like a couple niche different things. I kept that up for the sole reason because people will say, "Oh, you're a homer," or not a homer. You're a fair weather fan. You're only following them when they're good. When Jalen's playing well, you only root for him. They tear him down when he's not. I've been with this man since day one. I have been, and I want to, and when he wins, I'm gonna get emotional. I really am because all the hate that he takes, he's a winner. Like, I know his stats don't add up to some of the other guys, but he really is a winner.
Mhm.
He's has so much accolades to his name throughout his career, and people still hate on him. People hate on Sirianni, who I think, some questionable things with him. I understand, but all the hate that goes towards him, and just the Eagles.
Sirianni.
Yeah,
I agree with Sirianni. Hurts, I think, Jake, you're 100% right. Hurts is a great player.
he is. He's a
He's a
winner.
great player. I wish the Steelers took him. They had the chance to take him and they
Yeah,
let him drop to the Eagles.
yeah, like
And now we look stupid.
like the Eagles did with Justin Jefferson. Yeah,
Yeah. And then, again,
literally like they did with him. Yeah.
who did who did they take instead of Justin Jefferson? The other wide Aguilar?
No, Jalen Rager from TCU.
Rager.
He played two
Oh
years.
my
I think he
God.
had like less than 10 catches, and we traded him after 2 years. It was the worst draft pick of all time.
There's like Lima Swede for the Steelers.
It was horrible, and every
Oh yeah.
Eagles fan was pissed. And then
Oh yeah.
I also think that's the reason why the Jalen Hurts hate train kind of started when we drafted him, because they're already pissed off about Jalen Rager, and then they saw that and they're like, "Oh my God, we have Carson Wentz." Who, admittedly, I loved Carson Wentz. I thought he
I
was
think he's
awesome.
great.
I
Y'all did
I
him dirty.
And I always loved Carson Wentz. He was one of my favorites. I bought his Colts jersey T-shirt when they traded him. I was very upset when they traded him too. I was very sad
Mhm.
because that was like my guy. It really was. And I even was like, Carson Wentz is very, as you saw, Carson Wentz is very injury prone. He was, and we needed somebody that can take his place, whether it would be him hurt or we get rid of him. And I was right. I was right. And I just think that, and I'm just talking about Jalen Hurts and my feelings towards it and all the hate. But like talking about why I think they're going to win this game is you look at the way, and especially last week, you look at the way
Mhm.
that the Eagles played. Like that is the Philadelphia Eagles. That's the team that, we expect to see. We didn't see it the first two playoff games, but that is the team we expect to see, and we saw it. We saw it at full strength, even a little bit more. I mean, you win an NFC Championship game by 3 scores against a really hot team with a good rookie quarterback. I mean, come on.
Oh yeah.
So I think they're going to keep this rolling. Again, Kansas City, the year that they beat us in the Super Bowl, they were, winning pretty solidly, I say. Not like this season. I'm telling you, this season, you look back at a lot of their games, they're squeaking it out every single time. They've had all close games with even bad teams, like teams that weren't even close to playoff contention with 4 or 5 wins. Like, you know what I mean? I just think the Eagles are they're more powered. Like, obviously Mahomes is good, right? You know,
Hmm.
Kelsey's pretty decent too. Like take all the factors out of it. They have solid guys, but who else do they have? Like who else makes huge plays for them really? Like who are you hearing besides Mahomes and Kelsey? I mean, maybe I don't know. What is D Hop done?
Nothing.
What has Juju Smith-Schuster done? A little bit, but
Juju, if anything. Yeah.
yeah, Juju would probably be the next guy, right?
Yeah.
And then who's their running back? I forget his name. Is it still
Pacheco.
Pacheco?
No. I
No.
don't even know he's running anymore. Rice.
Is it?
There's Rice. I remember hearing this. I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't
But your
remember
point,
either.
that's literally proving your freaking
Proving my
point,
point right
dude.
here. You can go through the
Like,
Philadelphia Eagles and find a weapon at every position and even below that. Jalen
yeah.
Hurts has so many options, and we have arguably the best running back in the NFL this season, Saquon Barkley. Oh my God, incredible!
Ooh,
And
has
then
been for the past couple of years.
yeah, it's just he's been a really we finally got him. He finally got in a good position, a good team, and winning.
Behind a pretty decent offensive line.
Yeah,
Exactly.
right, right, and that's the thing.
Yep.
You talk about guys like Saquon Barkley, and then, just stop Saquon. It doesn't end there. A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, even Jahad
Hmm.
Dotson. Jahad Dotson's a decent receiver, and he's our third guy. Like, if you look at the receiver,
Washington's kicking themselves for
oh,
letting him
oh
go,
my
man. They are
God, yeah, dude,
kicking themselves.
yeah. And then, again, even below Saquon Barkley,
Goddard.
okay, that was my next one. Dallas Goddard. Use him more. I've been saying this on the show. Use Dallas Goddard more, please. He is great. He is so good. Like Dallas Goddard again. And then even when Saquon needs a rest, you have Kenneth Gainwell. People don't talk about him enough. Kenneth Gainwell is a good running back. On any other team, on a mediocre team, he's a starting running back. I'm telling you.
Hmm.
I
And when
I
Jen and that's a very good point because they have depth. That's one thing
Yes.
that the Chiefs don't have. I like
Yes.
that you're putting this point up because now I don't really have to explain it. And by the way, since we're on this topic, Jake, if Jalen Hurts needs a rest, they also have another far more superior Kenneth Shane Pickett, who is also responsible for winning a crucial regular season game. And this is for my brother Isaiah, who watches and fought me tooth and nail for approximately 4 hours that Kenneth Pickett did not win a regular season game that put the Birds in home advantage for the playoffs.
Yeah,
So
he
I'm sorry.
started it, but you know who finished it?
Credit needs to be given to this man who won y'all a regular season game that put you in a position where you were out of reach and Washington couldn't catch you to have home advantage. Because if this Philadelphia game was in Washington, it would have been a different story. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, probably. But again, who played majority of that game? Tanner McKee. I love Tanner McKee. I'm sorry. I had to disagree
He
with you, but you know what? I agree with you. Kenny Pickett, for the time he was in, he played decently well. I'll give it
and
to
he
him.
had that game won before Tanner McKee went in.
Yeah,
Just saying.
Tanner McKee finished the job though, and he played really well. But yeah, no, I agree with you. Yeah, the Eagles just have depth. The O line is fantastic. The defense, I mean, when we're full strength too, because we had who was out? The Kobe Dean was out, right? That was the guy.
Yes.
Yeah, the Kobe Dean got hurt. But like, dude, Cooper DeJean, oh my God, I love Cooper DeJean. He's so
Yeah.
good.
I mean, you're now just starting to talk about the defense. My
Yeah.
God.
Yeah,
Like,
Cooper. Yeah, that's the point I'm making here. And then up front, Jalen Carter. Dude, it's just they're just really good.
he's
Dude,
an
Zach
issue.
Jalen Carter.
Jalen Carter.
Oh, he's good.
Oh my
You know
goodness.
who's
If you're,
insane too? Zach Bond.
yes, and he's
Breakout
going to get
season.
better.
He's only
He's
going to
going to
get
get
better. We
better.
better re-sign him. Oh my God.
Hmm.
And then even Reed Blankenship's good too, man.
Yep.
The Exciting Whites, Cooper DeJean and Reed Blankenship. That's my favorite. Those are my two favorite
Exciting
guys.
lights. I
That's who
love
they
it.
are. That's the Exciting White. If they win the Super Bowl, I don't know who it is. I think it's Barstool or someone has a Exciting Whites like T-shirt. I'm getting it. I'm absolutely getting it with Cooper DeJean and Reed Blankenship on it. White
Right.
secondary, you love to see it. But yeah,
Shout out
so
Barstool.
but yeah,
Shout out Barstool for that.
but
Yeah.
again, the Eagles more depth, and if you look through their games, they've solidly won games compared to the Chiefs. I'm taking the Eagles 28-24, total of 52 points. Jalen Hurts gets that ring. Saquon gets that ring. Sirianni finally wins the Super Bowl. Philadelphia burns down. I'm in tears at the Anthracite Cafe in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. That's that. And my Donovan McNabb jersey.
In my Donovan McNabb jersey. That is great.
That's what I'm wearing on Sunday. I'm wearing Donovan McNabb. I think I absolutely wearing that. I have
So
my
you're
Kelsey
going to the
jersey.
anthracite, huh?
Yeah, yeah. The owner, shout out Mike Prashinsky, worked for him. Friends with my dad. He has like a party type thing, and me and my parents are going, so it'll be a good time.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah. Shout
Biggie
out
Mills
Mike.
meet and greet. Let's go.
Yeah. All right, but yeah, so that's my pick. I rambled on, but this is just one game we're picking, so we can ramble on. So
We
now,
can
EJ,
ramble on.
yeah. So you know what, EJ, this is an episode for you. Let's go.
Okay. All right. Let's do this, folks. So our home state of Pennsylvania, Jake, being represented, your team, the Philadelphia Eagles, making it to the Super Bowl with we just went over it and rambled for, it's 11:02. See if I could do math after a couple lights. I don't know, 8 minutes,
Yeah.
8 minutes. We just talked about how fantastic the Eagles roster is. And I think they're great. And I think in any circumstances, they win the Super Bowl. They're a ring championship team. They're going to get a ring. And again, I said this last episode, the Eagles, if they don't win a ring this year or winning a ring within the next, 2 to 3 years, I give
Yeah.
it to them. They are going to. They are going to. Unfortunately, they're playing the Kansas City Chiefs. And I'm sorry, we just know how this goes already. We do.
Unfortunately.
Now, I am not rooting for. This is the first time in my history of being able to understand football where I am not specifically rooting for a team. I more so am rooting for a player. And that, my friend, is, of course, everybody's best friend from the University of Pittsburgh, Kenneth Shane Pickett, who gets unbelievable amounts of hate from everybody, including the garbage fans down in southwestern Pennsylvania or southeastern
Yeah, I was gonna say no,
Pennsylvania.
not Southwestern.
I well, there are some real garbage fans in southwestern Pennsylvania. Pittsburgh, we need to do better. But anyway, Philadelphia fans have been absolutely terrible as of recent when it comes to giving this kid some slack. He may not have done anything except for play like 2 to 3 quarters in a game that he won. But you know what? He's on that team. He plays for you. Stop rooting against him. And I just want to see Kenny win a Super Bowl for the old blue and gold. H to P, better than Syracuse and especially West Virginia and Penn State if they'd stop chickening out and finally play us. Let's go, Pitt. Go, Kenny. I don't care who wins because regardless, I'm going to be in agony and unending pain. Go, Kenny. But I think the Chiefs are going to win
Oh, all right.
because we know how this ends. Unfortunately, okay, uh, we have learned a lot of things, and our good friend Roger Goodell kind of has a thing for this guy. His name starts with a P. His name is Patrick. He kind of has a thing for this guy named Patrick. So instead of sending him roses and chocolates randomly to his front door, he wins him football games. He tells his like friends just like that wear the funny striped shirts. They're called referees. That he tosses them a couple of bucks, and Patrick goes, well, do you think that we can get a first down here? No, the Bills didn't get. I know they crossed the first down line, but
Yeah.
we stopped them. Okay, here, my friend Roger told me that I can tell you to use. I could redeem this gift card, and you look at you know how this is going to go, folks. I'm sorry. I don't even have to use logic on this anymore because how many times, Jake, have we been burned? And I know you love the Eagles, and I love Kenny Pickett, so I just want him to win a Super Bowl. And so it's going to kill me when Kenny is there and Amy flies out to be with Kenny and they don't win the Super Bowl because the Kansas City referees are just going to have this whole thing locked down. But until I see a change, I can't go against them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I know what you're saying.
I can't. The house wins every time. And when you turn 21, whenever you do, which I've already forgotten, you've told me 4 times tonight,
August
when you
18th.
turn 21. Okay, there you go. You'll learn at the casino, just like we're learning now, the house always wins. The house always wins. I could have 20 playing blackjack, and the house always wins. Somehow, the dealer will pull blackjack and go 21. Perfect 21. You could have it, or you think you could have it one, but it's never that way. Okay, so the NFL is going to three-peat here. They're going to sell. There's no reason for them to not have Kansas City win here. Okay, you saw it with your own eyes last week, and the week before that, 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 and then they played
Unfortunately.
Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's terrible. And then the week before that, and then the week before that, and then the week before. You get the point.
Yeah.
I just can't go against the referees. Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift is going to be there.
Of course.
There's just too many. There's just too many things that are there. And I know Taylor Swift doesn't play football, but if you think
She has
that
a
she
big
doesn't have any
influence on it.
influence,
She has a
if you
big
don't think she
influence
has
on it.
any influence on it, you're wrong. So if there's anything, I just want to say, so look at this freaking old guy. Old
Arnold
people are the
Palmer.
greatest. Old people are the greatest. Hold on.
What?
I had to finish the rest of that. Now that we're
Old people are the greatest. What does that have to do with this?
Your hopes and dreams are going to be crushed, Jake. And I'm very, very sorry because I really want to see Kenny win the Super Bowl. It just ain't happening. House always wins. Give me Kansas City. It's 11:07 at night. I'm yelling. My sister is definitely awake right now. I'm sorry. I love you. And that's just it because I'm going to continue to go insane if the Kansas City Chiefs win another freaking Super Bowl with it, whether it's this Super Bowl or any Super Bowl for the next 15 years. I'm going to find Roger Goodell and I'm going to make him swallow every blade of grass in his front yard. We're going to find Roger Goodell. We
So
are
what's your
going to find
final
Roger
here?
Goodell.
What's your final here?
Final score?
Yes.
Oh, it's going to be a close one
Yeah.
because it should be a close game. So they're going to make it a close game so they can make it not be suspicious, even though it's suspicious anyway.
Yeah, we all know.
Give me. Oh God, hold on. Give me. Oh frig. Kansas City 38, Philadelphia 34. I could see Philly putting 34 points on the KC
You know,
defense. I can see that.
that's very similar to last time.
That's a
Almost the same.
38-30. That is a 38-34 game.
All
And by
right.
the way, folks, just so we're clear, Jalen Hurts, Jalen Hurts. Oh my goodness, and Saquon Barkley, MVP, dude, freaking MVP. Really, really good. And
Yeah.
I hate the Eagles, but I will also give you credit and give Eagles credit where credit is due. This is just it, man. They're a fantastic team.
Yeah.
They're deserving of winning the Super Bowl as much as I hate them.
Yeah.
They are.
They're
They
great.
are
They're
deserving of
so
winning the
good.
Super Bowl. They
Yeah.
are. Um, you have no idea how badly uh I just hoped and prayed that if the Steelers made the Super Bowl that it wouldn't be the Eagles.
Yeah.
I don't want to see the Eagles in the Super Bowl, especially how hot they are right now, and they're going to just let's just be real, folks. They're going to continue to be that hot
Yeah.
um,
I agree.
next season too. They're going to bring all of their guys back. There's no reason to change anything, I
Yeah.
don't think. And they're going
Definitely.
to get some great guys in the draft, I'm sure, because the Eagles always draft well. Besides freaking Rager,
Well, they started that doing that after that season. After the 2020 draft, they just been drafting like crazy. Well,
that's just it.
yeah.
So, oh, it's just getting a headache thinking about the fact that no matter who should actually win this game, that we're going to get spoon fed a Chiefs three-peat, a Swifty bonfire in downtown Kansas City, and a free tickets to everybody for the Taylor Swift concert.
Right.
Yeah, there we go. Also known as the Kansas City Chiefs' third Super Bowl parade in a row.
Yep.
That's
Nobody wants to see it. Like literally, oh, excuse me, absolutely nobody wants to see it.
you would have thought that they'd have learned. They got to figure. The NFL's got to figure out how to make their league more competitive.
Yeah, because you're gonna lose people, like you said last
They
week.
lost people for New England. They lost
Yeah.
people when New England was a thing. All these dynasties, right?
Yeah.
Like I can't say that for the Steelers because viewership in the 70s was not what it
Oh
is
yeah.
now.
You
But
can't
think
compare
about it.
that.
But when in the 80s, when people started really watching TV and really started doing these things, the Niners were a dynasty at one point. People
Yeah.
started turning off about the Niners, and they at least had gap years. The Cowboys, think about
Yeah.
that. The Cowboys, people started hating the Cowboys, and then they won
Yeah.
in
Still do.
90.
Still do to
Oh,
this
yeah,
day.
they still do. Oh, they still do. Oh, yeah. And they beat the Steelers, I believe it was 1995, 96. Yeah,
Yeah.
95, because they beat the Steelers and Neil O'Donnell, who can't step foot in Pittsburgh without likely getting run out of town because he threw two picks to the same person.
Mhm.
Um, that Super Bowl, people don't like the Cowboys. Cowboys ever made the Super Bowl besides Cowboys fans, people would turn it off.
Yeah. I agree.
Like you've got teams that are like too dominant or were too dominant. And it's just like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I know exactly.
Like
I
if
know
New,
exactly what
let's
you.
just say, like, could you imagine, right? If New England, without Brady now, if they got a new quarterback that ended up being the new Mahomes, and New England started winning again, and they won back to back, and then back to back again,
Yeah.
and then we just had a whole new reincarnation of the Patriots,
Yeah.
of the
Oof.
Brady Patriots, with
Oof.
just this new guy.
Yeah. Can
Oh
you
my
imagine
gosh,
that?
the NFL would be dead.
Yeah.
They'd be dead. Nobody would watch it.
Yeah.
They
Everyone
wouldn't
would just
know.
watch college football because it's better.
It's better, and that's
It's
also
better.
starting to fall apart because these NIL deals are not
Oh
good
yeah, the NIL is killing it, but again, the games are still fine. Like I think
for
like
now.
for now, and then it will. I know, and I hate
It's
to
going to be an
admit it.
entertainment thing soon.
I hate to admit it because I love college football. Like I like
Oh, wow, as do I. As
the
do I.
the
But
Eagles are the reason I follow the NFL. I'm being honest with you. They if they weren't like if I didn't like them as much, I probably wouldn't watch the NFL that much. I would be all in on
yeah,
college because I'm a die.
I
You know
can
how I am with Syracuse. I'm diehard with
absolutely,
them. Yeah,
absolutely, and that's exactly how I am with Pitt.
yeah,
And unfortunately, I thinking of a certain person that you and I both know that could disagree all they want about how the NFL is not the product that it used to be. But
yeah.
unfortunately, and I'm sorry, I'm feeling gutsy enough to say it. But it's true. The NFL is not the product that it was before.
I agree.
It's still a cool product, but it's not what it was.
No, absolutely
It's
not.
starting to get too artificial. it's getting towards the entertainment side of things. From what I hear, the WWE at one point was actually real wrestling, and
Yeah, it
people were
was.
doing things. And now it's scripted. It's so scripted, it's not even funny. And I'm
Oh
not saying the
yeah.
NFL is scripted, but I'm saying that if it isn't scripted now, it sure as heck is
There's a lot
getting
of
to that
things. Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
Getting to that point. Just saying.
Yep.
So
All right. Well,
hope I'm wrong, but
yep.
I just can't root. I just can't go against the house. I know the house
Right.
always wins.
I know what you mean. I get it. But yeah, so that's our picks. Just to refresh, I have the Eagles winning 28-24, and AJ got the Chiefs 38-34. So yeah, guys, that's
Go
our
Kenny.
Super Bowl picks, and we'll see you guys next Friday after we recap the game. Hopefully, a good recap on my end.
Hmm.
Hopefully,
We'll go.
uh,
We'll recap it regardless.
oh, of course, yes, but hopefully a good one. Hopefully, a good result.
Hopefully a good result for Kenny Pickett. Yeah.
Absolutely. On your end, yes.
Go
For
Kenny.
me, it's for my team. So, yeah, guys, thank you for watching this episode, and we'll see you guys next Friday for our season 3 finale and Super Bowl recap.
Go Kenny.